Now, going into the Grammys, there was a whole lot of discussion about whether he was going to do this song or not. They Not Like Us, right? And for me, I've been to Kendrick live shows. I didn't want him. The only reason I would want him to, I think he kind of had to do it, is because motherfuckers is putting you legally in a situation where it look like you can't, and that's not hip hop. So if niggas is suing niggas, then you got to do it. You know what I mean? It's the perfect thing to do. But other than that, like, I've seen Kendrick perform before live. Like, I've been to the damn tour and all that in the 8th row. I don't think people really like know that
I ain't got that much money yet.
He's a good show. Hey man, look, been some blessed situations. But I don't think people realize that he's a showman. Yeah. Like, a lot of people think that you get this, like, he didn't just have the highest grossing hip hop tour ever. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just get this because you beefing with Drake.
And what we don't realize is this. We're not taking that. I'm not taking that from Kendrick Lamar. But y'all don't understand, that was his biggest song.
Ever.
Biggest song ever. Why wouldn't he play it?
It ain't make no sense. But once I saw the Grammys, and he hit fucking the jackpot at the Grammys, boy, it came up all cherries, didn't he? I said, oh, it's going up. It's going up because now it's certified, it's solidified, it's you can't avoid it no more. Like, it is what it is. It's the biggest diss song ever. Might be the biggest song in rap history in a minute. You just gotta give it some years.
I said that too.
You gotta give it time.
It was the biggest diss song. The biggest diss song. I told you I always say something viral. The biggest diss song in history, and also since Biggie and Tupac.
For sure, without a doubt.
And I don't care what nationality you are, you love that song.
That's the part. Biggie and Pac shit. A lot of people, random people, heard it, but everybody heard this. Everybody banged this. We in the era of, remember when Soulja Boy came out and you seen everybody at the Oscars doing the Super Bowl and shit? I mean, the Superman and they motherfucking tuxedos and gowns and shit. And you was like, oh shit, he out of there. Now we're in that era where that happens, like the Jello Ball record. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't just about what we hear no more. It ain't on a mixtape no more.
Nope.
We used to have to hit the disc records on it. You had to get the clue joint.
Yeah. DJ
you know what I'm saying? In the background. Yeah, you had to. And niggas was dropping drops and bombs all over that shit.
I'm surprised why people don't. Why you don't do mixtapes no more? The best way to get your music out there, especially for unsigned artists and everything.
When they sued Currency and Wiz for performing their mixtapes on tour, because the thing with mixtapes was you could beat the license and the samples and all of that shit and some of the beats, right? You could snake niggas on the beats. Once you start performing that, now you're financially benefiting from my record, and they sued the shit out of them niggas, and they weren't the only ones, but they was remember they was the independent bosses. Yeah, like before Wiz did the Till I See You Again, this was they was doing. They was running it up. They was getting rich as the big time niggas. Yeah, fact. Independent, and that got shut down. So then it's like, all right, we gonna remake this. I'm gonna do Cushion Orange Juice again. Like, he had to redo a lot of shit.
Yeah, you made me just want to go do some more research.
I'm telling you, the niggas got so.
I ain't mad at you. I want to know that too.
Yeah, but that you can have a $1 in a Dream tour where the tickets is dirt cheap. You performing that bitch in 3 cities? Pardon me, that wasn't a one-off. You know what I mean? And so that's how they handled it. So the industry followed suit because now you can't distribute it the same. They shut down the major mixtape site. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's nothing there. It's nothing there. Everything went to SoundCloud Rap and then Elevate.
Elevate, yeah.
That's what happened. But back to the halftime show, man, in itself. Go ahead, Kay.
Yeah, so Kendrick came out, and as you mentioned, he kept alluding to his big track, Not Like Us. So he performed a couple songs off of his new album, GNX. Then he went to some throwback hits. I forget which ones they were. It was Humble, right?
Yeah.
And one other, I can't remember which.
It's cool.
But that's fine. Then moving on, he that's when he started to allude to wanting to play Not Like Us. He played a couple more tracks. He brought out SZA and did their 2 songs together, the new one off of GNX and All the Stars from Black Panther. Then he started to allude to Not Like Us again. Finally, he dropped it. And he played a very specific part where he said, "Hey, Drake." And he said that looking directly into the camera.
He pulled the Thriller smile. Mm-hmm. That was the Thriller smile. That's the Michael Jackson joke when he walked away with the chick. Like, go ahead. You was done?
You can interrupt, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, you done. You go ahead. I'll wait.
So he did that part. The music continued up until the point of the song where it says A minor. And the crowd went crazy. There was a lowercase a chain that Kendrick was wearing. There were A minor flags going on in the background. Mm-hmm. This was clearly a statement. Like, I'm still going to play this song, and I'm going to play this part of this song that we know you hate. And I appreciated it. I thought it was great.
I bet you did. Savage. Now, 2 things. One, he had that GNX on the stage. Hashitashi. If you know anything about cars, Hashitashi. You know what I'm saying? We get that from Martin. And 2, the A, right? The conspiracy theory is that the A is for A minor because the lowercase a. Yeah. But people have done research, and the reason that it's on flags and shit is it's their logo.
Oh, wow.
It's the logo for, what's the name? What's the name of his company?
Alpha or something?
No, that ain't it. It has nothing to do with the A, but they said that's the logo. They said they've been running with it. It's on the website and all of that shit. So that's just 2 things. But when I saw right before they went to his performance, the commentators was commentating, and I saw that motherfucking car on the stage behind them. You know how you just be looking in the background like what's going, and all I see is this big black sexy motherfucker up there looking like.
It was the best show ever. Just the car. Just the
alone.
Car itself.
I'm like, it's going up. He's going crazy. You gotta be
a car lover to understand, man.
You have to understand cars to understand what that is. That's one of the pinnacles.
And I think they did that on purpose. Because they don't normally show setting up on the Super Bowl.
Bro, I could see it. I'm looking like, that's a G&K. It's right there.
Yep.
No, that was sexy. But did you watch any of the so you said greatest performance ever just because of the car?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the theories about the different symbolism in his performance?
Nah, I heard a few on Instagram, but sometimes you just don't pay things no mind. And I had a lot of things to post today, so I've been really trying to post that. But it was a great performance. One of the best performances for me that I have seen on halftime. Yes, we had plenty, but we won the Super Bowl on this song. So that's why it's the best one.
Talk heavy.
But I heard a lot, even with the flag colors and Samuel speaking.
I love
it just was a lot going on, and it was like you don't catch on because you're still watching the game, but afterwards it's like, okay, it was a message behind it, and y'all guys hit it right on the money.
That's crazy because like I'm watching it and I'm seeing certain things and I'm like, let me just enjoy this.
Yeah.
Right? Like you gotta stop like looking around the stage and look at the motherfucker performing at some point.
I feel like it was dope that he brought SZA out.
SZA had to come out.
And
I was expecting J-Rock
too.
I was expecting J-Rock because I wanted to hear Win. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't necessarily disappointed. Right? Like when it didn't happen, I was like, well, that was cool.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see, because if people don't know, Kendrick is J-Rock's original hype man, and J-Rock did a lot to support bringing Kendrick to where he is and making him the front man. So that just would have been a dope moment for people that understand that. And Win is one of the biggest records that sport has used for the last 3 years, 4 years or so. So I thought that would have been dope.
So for me, I just thought that like, I love Kendrick. I've been following Kendrick for the last year. longer than a year, but over his last year run. So I listened to the album plenty. I knew all of the songs that he played. I enjoyed his performance, but it did get a lot of negative criticism on my timeline. Which I think if you didn't follow Kendrick over the Drake battle, and if you didn't listen to Kendrick's latest album, you might have been disappointed with this Kendrick performance. And I kind of get it, because he didn't play many of his big hits. He only played the new stuff and the 2 of those throwback hits that I mentioned before. So and he only brought out SZA as far as features. So I kind of understand that if you don't like hip hop, if you didn't follow Kendrick versus Drake, if you're a stan for Drake, I understand if you thought that this wasn't a great performance. But I'm also here to tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah, it was awesome performance.
It was a great performance.
For sure. He don't know how not to have a great... He's in the projects where you get in free if you bring a gift, giving up 100% performance. Like, he don't know how not to give it up. Like, he is music. But it's just amazing to me because some people's arguments are just so dry when they say that it was whack. They're saying stuff like, well, Wayne would have been better.
Well, to give a little take on that, I feel like they should have gave it to Wayne because that's his city.
That's not what the NFL is about. Yeah, the Super Bowl has never been about that.
Yeah, but when you that's the issue. When you go into these cities, you got to give back somehow, some way.
But you see how the opening of the game, they had
even if you played them,
John Baptiste in them.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? They had
I forgot about
Lettucey. Lettucey opened up with the choir. They had a lot. Shit, Master P walked out.
If I ain't mistaken, I think Lil Wayne's still banned, right?
Banned from what?
From going to any NFL games.
I don't know where he's standing with that.
I thought that's what it was.
I thought that might have been up because he seemed so adamant about the fact that they were supposed to reach out to him. I'm like, yo, you must don't have no issues with him.
Oh, wow.
But now he has a situation with the NFL, but it wasn't the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's a commentator situation.
Oh, they gave him something.
Yeah, they gave him something.
Yeah, all right.
But, and I mean, even all the stunts, no, you good. Even all the stunts he pulled leading up to the Super Bowl was weird. It was really weird that you want to announce an album that's coming out in June or July by referring to the Super Bowl the week of the Super Bowl. It's weird.
Well, and who has album rollouts that are 4 months long these days?
You know that you can when you're Wayne and you're already tied into this Super Bowl argument, which is the biggest performance on TV ever. You could put up a fucking green screen with 3 words on it, and it'll go just as viral.
Right.
True.
It'll go just as viral without you putting emotions into it.
Yeah, I thought that was corny.
And extra fluff, and you know what I mean? Like, at some point, because what you made us believe this whole time was that you're such an alien that you don't even realize what's going on down here with us. Now you're obsessed with it. Yeah. And that's weird.
I get it.
That's weird. It'd be different if you always cared. You never gave a fuck. We asked you about black issues before. You was like, nigga, a white man saved me when I was 12, so I don't know about racism. That's what you told us. So it gets weird when you give a fuck. Especially against another black man.
I never knew he said that.
Yeah, man. He said a lot of shit.
I told him.
He said he never experienced racism in his life. And he equates it to the fact that when he was on the floor bleeding, you know how cops be. They'll keep searching the crib. Won't nobody worry about saving your ass. He said black cop stepped over and white man saved him. So for the rest of his life, it's no racism. That's his excuse. Whatever. But shout out to SZA. She killed it.
She did.
Yeah.
Sam killed it.
Yeah.
He bodied it. Everything he said was so perfect.
Right.
I feel like that's a lot of pressure for him, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure for anybody.
And who was them young ladies? We don't even know who they was. The ones Kendrick kept talking to? They was killing that shit. Yeah. I did think he was going to bring out Tommy the Clown.
That'd have been hard.
Yeah, I thought he was bringing out Tommy. I didn't see Tommy, so that was a little different. But I think, and this is in response to what you said, because you did break my thought. I just got it back. What you had said earlier about him only bringing SZA. Yeah. I think a lot of what we saw was that Kendrick listened to y'all tell him everything that he's supposed to do and everything that he's not going to do, and he kind of deflected all of that shit. I think he really just based what he was doing off of what niggas was saying he couldn't do.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. And if you listen to that GNX album, I can tell you podcasts he's been listening to by the way he's talking. Mm. Like when he say to get the chili, you ain't never heard him say get the chili before. No. I know his homies that say that. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch them niggas. So it's like he's tapped in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when y'all are talking shit on all these platforms, because this is one of the biggest deals ever, because it was Grammys then Super Bowl. Yeah. This nigga is seeing a lot of that shit, and he's like, so I can't do the record. All right, they bugging. So I gotta bring out Wayne. Why would I? You know what I mean? And he's just doing all of that shit.
Why would he bring out? I mean, yeah,
it ain't.
That makes sense.
And at that point, if you're Wayne, why would you come out? Now, there's a possibility that if Wayne didn't go so public about his disappointment, he might have been part of the opening shit.
Yeah.
That's possible. Master P walked out on the fucking field and ain't even do shit. He walked out and disappeared.
But see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they pay homage to those who they wanted to pay homage to.
I think sometimes, what you say, he already had a previous problem with the NFL.
Yeah.
Now, you acting like
it might have been NBA. I don't know. I'm not sure.
He had a problem with the Heat. He had an issue with the Heat.
All right, so that's
where he got banned from the Heat games.
No, he got banned from any game.
Oh, from NBA games.
Yeah,
because he had the courtside tickets. That he was hurt over that.
Yeah,
he was hurt over that.
Because that was his favorite team.
I mean, you a Packers fan and a Heat like, bro, you the weirdest New Orleans nigga ever. You the weirdest New Orleans nigga ever. So it is weird.
I guess your team is your team.
I mean, you like what you like, man. You like what you like.
Did y'all see the guy that wasn't supposed to be there?
He was. He's one of the dancers. He was at rehearsals. He had the flag tucked, and he created a moment that wasn't in rehearsal.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All I seen was them tackling him.
You seen him chasing him?
I said, man, what?
Bro,
there's always something.
Bro, and his crazy thing is he's up there. He's on the top of the joint. He's part of the performance. If you look at the spacing, he's part of that performance.
Okay.
They said he was. They said he just had a bigger, motive, and he whipped out the flag real quick. And then niggas was like, oh, shit. And they got him out of there quick, though. A lot of people didn't see it.
Nah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it on the actual live game. I seen it on the Instagram, and I was like, that happened?
I know. I was shocked, too.
Where was I at?
Crazy. I read the story before I even saw it. I'm like, what?
On IG is so many angles of it. Yeah. You see this shit clear as day.
It's like, what?
Yo, that's crazy.
Lost in the sauce.
I don't know why people do that. That's like the boy that ran into the wrestling ring and they beat the shit out of him. Yo, why would you do that?
They violated him.
You see what happened to the boy that attacked Dave? Who was it? Who was on stage? The boy arm was backwards when they got him off the stage. He rushed Dave. It was Dave. He rushed Dave Chappelle, and it was right.
Oh, yeah.
And they beat the brakes off him. When you saw his picture, his arm was inside out.
I
don't know what's wrong.
Because somebody held that motherfucker.